All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. Uh, we've just missed the opening rally here in the middle school boys in the David Mullen Gymnasium. The middle school Lakers taking on CNBA. That serve is in. So CNBA is leading 2-0 in this first set. We'll run through the rosters when we get a break in the action. Oh, that serve is high. And so the Lakers take their first point. Pretty high energy on this Monday night. Thanks again for joining us. Number 15, Caleb McLean is stepping back to serve for the Lakers. Nice overhand serve. That's sent over on 3 from CNBA. Responded to directly by, I believe that was number 10, Jake Riley. McLean gets the serve again. Here it comes. Another overhand serve. Nice. All right, good pass. See if they can get it over. CNBA side can't quite make it over, so the Lakers take their first lead of the afternoon. Here's McLean with the serve. Nice, and that's going to be an ace. First of the night going the Lakers' way. McLean on a bit of a run here. He's scored we've scored all 4 of the Lakers' points on his serve. Rounding out the roster, number 7, Connor Little. Number 24, Denver Christie. Number 16, Michael McKean. Number 32, Logan Donahue. And number 10, Jake Riley. Those are your starting 6 for the middle school boys tonight. Fielded by McLean. McKean sends it directly over. That's going to score for the Lakers. They take a 5-3 lead now as McKean rotates back to serve. Big thanks to Coach Grant Ross from CNBA, making the drive from Doketown to be here this afternoon, as well as Coach Marcus on the Lakers side. Both these men do a lot to get their squads ready, so we appreciate the work they do. Catherine Peasy manning the referee's stand, I guess. Oh, that serve scored by CNBA, so we're all tied up at 5. Delaney McElwain is running the scorer's table just downstairs. All right, I think we're all caught up. 5-all. Solid overhand serve from CNBA. Lakers can't get it over in 3, so that will go CNBA's way. They regain the lead. They're up 6-5 now. Here's the overhand serve. McLean fields that nicely. Oh, Riley tries to send that over. Just can't get enough mustard on it. And so CNBA is ahead by 2 now. Here comes the service. Oh, there's an ace for the CNBA side. That serve coming from number 14. We have names for the CNBA squad. No numbers as of yet. We can piece that together sometimes. We'll keep an ear out for any support coming from the bench. But number 14, shown himself to be a dangerous server here in the early going. That serve does go low, though. So it is number 32, Logan Donahue of the green and gold, stepping back for his first serve of the afternoon. Service is a little wide. Big reaction from the Lakers bench. Here comes the serve from number 6, wearing the black and gray of the Doketown squad. I believe they are the Nighthawks, the CNBA Nighthawks. All right, Jake Riley wearing number 10, stepping back to serve. Fielded by CNBA. Oh, there's the pass. Doesn't quite make it over. So the Lakers will score. We did have a great rally that unfortunately we missed as I was setting up the camera. Since then, we've had rather quick points back and forth. We'll see if we can get an extended rally going. That's a good start. Nice hit from Denver Christie. That's going to score for the Lakers. It puts them ahead by 1 in this back and forth affair. Oh, fielded by CNBA, a couple of one-handed hits. It does make it over. Jake Riley fields it. Michael McKean sends it directly over. That hits the top of the net and just skips over. Lots of support. The Lakers are working with a full complement today, 12 out of 12 on their roster. CNBA only has 7 kids available tonight, so we'll see if that numbers game plays out. All right, the response from Harvey is out of bounds. So number 11 for CNBA gets the serve. Oh, there's a double hit from the Lakers back row. So CNBA has tied things up. Lots of lead changes here in the early going. You like to see that. Competitive game so far. There's the serve. Fielded by Donahue successfully this time, and that was Denver Christie who sends it over, responding directly. Big hit for Michael McKean, but that's going to fall out of bounds. And so it is CNBA who collect the point. They lead 11-10. Oh, double hit. Double hit on the Lakers. That serve out of, oh no. I guess there was a potentially a touch of the net or something. Referee Peasy indicating with the open hand down towards the Lakers. So they've gone on a bit of a run now on the CNBA side. That's at least 5 unanswered points. They're up 14-10. Should have kept better track of when they started. Number 11 getting a lot of service practice in this afternoon. Lakers make the right call. That looked like it was going out of bounds, and it did. So they get to stop the momentum a bit. They're trailing by 3 here in the midway point of this first set. Denver Christie with the serve. CNBA can't quite handle it. So Harvey scores. Here comes Christie with the serve again. Fielded by the Nighthawks. That will hit the net, though. And so Harvey pulls to within 1. Here comes Christie. Responded directly. And Michael McKean answers right back. Again, answers right back. We're just volleying back and forth. McKean and Donahue getting in on that one. Oh, Christie and McLean sends it over one-handed. Looked like a scrambling, broken play, but the Lakers make it count. Good heads-up play around the front of the net from Caleb McLean and Denver Christie. McLean responds directly. Michael McKean keeps it in bounds. Oh, this time we can't quite get a quick enough reaction up at the front of the net. The ball skims over the top and falls on the Lakers side. CNBA leading now by a score of 15-14. Very close affair. Service is short. And so we've got number 7, Connor Little, stepping back for the serve. We're all tied up at 15. Here's Little. The teams exchange some short side serves. So we are at 16-15 now. Sidearm serve. You don't see those too often. Okay, that is out of bounds. Big thanks to our referee, Catherine Peasy. Overhand serve from Caleb McLean. That hits the top of the net, though. He went on a bit of a run to start the game, but can't quite replicate that success. So we're all tied up at 16 now. One of the number 11s. There are 2 players wearing number 11 on the Nighthawks squad. Stepping back to serve, but that is low. So Michael McKean gets the ball. His team up by 1, 17-16. Attempts the overhand serve. It had the power, not quite the accuracy McKean was looking for. That goes wide and sails out of bounds. So here's number 14. He went on quite the run last time with this serve. He got a strong overhand serve. Good response from Christie, but kind of directs it a little wide of his teammates. So CNBA gets the ball back. They're up by 1. 18 serving 17. Comes the service. Smart call from the green and gold. They let that roll out of bounds. And regain the serve. Number 32, Logan Donahue. Stepping back for the green and gold. Doesn't quite get the right angle on it with the hit. Service is short. Here's number 6 for CNBA. Good response from Christie, but it goes out of bounds. You hear the communication from the Nighthawks side. That's what you want to hear at this level of ball, especially. Building up those fundamentals, and communication appears to be one of the important skills. Good response from McLean. Christie jumping with the hit. Sneaky hit from number 10 on the Nighthawks side. His opposite in green and gold can't quite respond in time. And so CNBA in the late stages have a 3-point lead. Looking to extend it. Good response from Little. Nice hit from number 11. Right up there at the front of the net for CNBA. He knocks that directly over. And his team is up by 4 now. Oh, check that. Check that. The serve is reverting to Harvey. So instead of being down 18-22, they're now down 19-22. Bit more breathing room. But it is the late going. Boys looking to get serious. Oh, Michael McKean with an attempted hit. Jake Riley with some big power. That does make it over, though. There, McKean to McLean. McLean sends it over. Denver Christie sends it directly over. Nighthawks setting up. That looks to go out of bounds. Oh, the response from the Lakers is directed downwards. All right, looks like we might have missed a couple points. CNBA is going to take this one. Score of what looks to be 25-19. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight to our Harvey High School volleyball streams. Got another team in action later on. The middle school girls are traveling to Stanley, and their game will tip off at 6 p.m. On Tuesday, the senior girls will make the long drive over to Perth Andover. They take on Southern Victoria High School at 6:30. So that away game tomorrow for the senior girls. They are out of championship contention, but they will play out the string just to get on the court, but also for seeding purposes. Finally, on Thursday, we have our other home game of this week, and it is an important one. The senior boys kicking off their playoffs, hosting Carleton North. The boys went undefeated in the regular season through league games and exhibition play. They've got quite an impressive squad, and they'll be looking to show that off in front of your screens, not quite in front of the home fans as they would have liked, but they do still appreciate all the support, all the live streamers, and those who watch after the fact. So make sure you catch that Thursday at 6 p.m. It's a later start here at home as the boys host Carleton North for their playoff, I guess it would be semifinals. Playoff finals will be next week. All right, we'll run you through the Harvey roster as well as the names on the Nighthawk side. We don't have numbers, but we'll start with the visitors. Jackson O'Donnell, Garrett Lovelace, Dallas Lyons, Ethan Barrow, Seth Butler, Rylan Robinson, and Owen Porter are the 7 boys who will be rotating through in the gray and black tonight from Doketown. And taking the field in the green and gold are number 4, Ryan McElwain, number 7, Connor Little, number 8, Hayden Mason, number 9, Cash Daigle, number 10, Jake Riley, number 15, Caleb McLean, number 16, Michael McKean, number 21, Griffin Donahue, number 22, Michael Robichaud, number 23, Kurt Cometa, number 24, Denver Christie, and number 32, Logan Donahue. Big thanks to Coach Marcus on the Harvey Lakers side and Grant Ross, who is coach of the team from Doketown. Official Catherine Peasy takes her place at the opposite side of the net. Thanks as well to Delaney McElwain running the score sheet downstairs. Ref is going to check the numbers now, make sure everyone is in the right spot. So we have had a full lineup change on the middle school side, which you'll love to see. Boys getting as much court time as possible. In the top right-hand corner of your screen in the server's position in the back row is number 9, Cash Daigle, followed by number 8, Hayden Mason, and number 4, Ryan McElwain, rounding out the back row. Fielded by McElwain, but that will go out of bounds. So CNBA takes the early lead in set number 1. Rounding out the Lakers up front, number 23, Kurt Cometa. Front and center, 22, Michael McLean. And number 21, Griffin Donahue, is closest to the referee. Score again from CNBA. Score just in front of our back row. Nicely placed. Not quite fielded by any of the Lakers. So quiet game on defense so far from the Lakers. See if they can get a response. They trail 0-3. Hayden Mason redirects that out of bounds. And so the Nighthawks take a 4-0 lead. This is number 10 for the Nighthawks. He's got kind of a sidearm serve going. It's working for him. Ryan McElwain fields successfully. Kurt Cometa sends it over. Oh, some passes up front. Big hit from 14, but Michael Robichaud keeps it alive. Cash Daigle with a diving play, but just can't direct it back towards his teammates. Good heads-up play from both those boys, trying to keep things alive, but unfortunately, they cannot quite field it. Cash Daigle to Griffin Donahue, and Kurt Cometa with the hit. Good response from the Lakers. Daigle in the back row. Sends it directly over, but the Nighthawks are able to respond. There's Michael Robichaud. Volley directly over. Griffin Donahue sends it directly over again. Big hit from number 14. He's had some dangerous serves, and he's showing us some dangerous hits tonight as well. Good to see that extended rally. CNBA seeming looking to set things up with 3 hits, while Lakers are just getting it over as quick as they can. Hayden Mason over to Kurt Donahue, and Michael Robichaud with the hit. So good response. And the Lakers are on the board. Smart call as they see the response from CNBA is going out of bounds. And it will be Griffin Donahue, first to serve for the Lakers. They trail by a score of 1-6. Not insurmountable by any means, but a bit of a mountain to climb. Just got a little higher. The serve out of bounds. Lakers now trail by 6, a score of 7-1. Here's number 6 for CNBA. He went on a bit of a run in the first set. We'll see if he can repeat that success. Reception directed out of bounds. Comes the service. Oh, bit of miscommunication there on the Lakers side. Not quite sure who was going to go for it, and that resulted in an ace. Well done from number 6. Here comes the serve. There's Kurt Cometa. Ryan McElwain setting it up. Goes a little too far back for Michael Robichaud for the hit. And so CNBA will score again. They're up to double digits now. They lead 10-1. Here comes the serve. Smart call from the Lakers. That goes out of bounds. And it will be Robichaud, wearing number 22 for the green and gold, stepping back to serve. Fielded by number 14, sent directly over. Ryan McElwain up front and center, sends it over. Hayden Mason responds directly as well. Cash Daigle receiving that hit from number 14, but he does tip it out of bounds, so unfortunately it is CNBA collecting the point. Well, that was better, seeing a good rally from the boys. Let's see if they can salvage this set. For those just joining us, the Lakers did lose the first set 19-25. They're trailing here by 10 now, a score of 2-12. So the first one was a pretty close back and forth affair. CNBA has taken the driver's seat this time, and they are firmly in control of this set. But there's Cash Daigle, and Hayden Mason sends it directly over. Oh, nice set play from the Nighthawks. They find a soft spot in the Lakers' defenses and exploit that. To serve the other number 11 from the CNBA. That's an ace. Bit of a hole in the Lakers' coverage in the back row. So the Nighthawks lead the Lakers by a score of 14-2. Here comes the serve. Robichaud getting low. Cash Daigle gives that all he's got, but it does go out of bounds. So 15-2 the score. Here it comes. Oh, the service falls just in front of the back row. And with that, Coach Marcus calls a timeout, brings his boys in. Looking to settle things down. CNBA taking a 16-2 lead into this timeout. All right, Coach Mason sends the boys back out. We'll run you through the formation. In the top right corner of your screen in the back row, number 22, Michael Robichaud, followed by number 21, Griffin Donahue, and number 9, Cash Daigle, rounding out the back row. Up front, number 8, Hayden Mason, number 4, Ryan McElwain, front and center, and number 23, Kurt Kameda, closest to the referee. Smart play from the back row. They see that going out. It was close, but they do make the right call. So Lakers get a point coming out of the timeout. Let's see if Kurt Kameda can put them on a bit of a streak here. There's an ace. That's a good start. Kameda places the ball nicely in the middle of the back row for the defense. He'll get another shot. Wearing number 23 for the green and gold. He's trying an overhand serve. That falls nicely. Hard to handle for number 6 on the Nighthawks. Another overhand serve from Kameda. Responded directly from 14. Kameda to Robichaud. And the third hit just doesn't come. So, after a bit of a reprieve, CNBA does get the ball back. It is number 14. Setting up for the service. He's got a dangerous overhand. Nice play from Donahue, keeping that alive. Cash Daigle, one-handed, sends it over. And the Lakers score off that rally. So they managed to avoid a crisis there. They limit that dangerous server to one only. And it will be Ryan McElwain wearing number 4. Stepping up for his serve. There's an overhand serve. Nicely placed. The response hits the top of the net. McElwain scores and gets another shot. Here it comes. Service is just short, though. It can be tricky to nail that overhand serve, especially in grade 6. So nice to see so many attempts, though, and a lot of successful ones. Here's number 3 for the Nighthawks, getting his first serves in of the afternoon. Kurt Kameda receiving in the back row. Hayden Mason sends it over. That was going out of bounds, but the Nighthawks do play it. And so as their response is out of bounds as well, Harvey lets that go, and it will be the Lakers collecting the point. Here's Hayden Mason stepping back to serve. Cash Daigle responds, but no one there. So CNBA is now leading 19-8. Lakers have put a dent in the lead, but it is still quite the lead. Here comes the service. Good play from Kameda, keeping that alive. And the play up front just can't send it over in time. CNBA closing in on the victory, 20-8. Make that 21-8. Solid serve from one of the number 11s. Coming from CNBA, that's either Jackson O'Donnell, Garrett Lovelace, Dallas Lions, Ethan Barrow, Seth Butler, Rylan Robinson, or Owen Porter. Response from Harvey doesn't quite clear the net. And the Nighthawks get another serve. Here it comes. Ryan McElwain in the back row to Cash Daigle. Check that. Put a lot of power into that response, but that does sail out of bounds. Oh, nice serve. The underhand that skims just over the net. Good work from the CNBA Nighthawks team. That is set point. So number 11 looking to close things out in this second set. Kurt Cometa keeping things alive. Griffin Donahue with the pass to Michael Robichaux. But that is out of bounds, and that is the final point of the set. So after a close back-and-forth affair that just fell CNBA's way in the late stages in the first set, this second set was much less contentious. CNBA took the wheel early and never looked back. They take that by a score of 25-8. Coaches Marcus from the Harvey Lakers side and Grant Ross from the Nighthawks, just going over their lineups right now, figuring out who to send out for the third exhibition set. The boys do have the gym till 6 o'clock, so they'll try to fit in as many 25-point sets as possible, with the potential for a 15-point set to close out the night. As we mentioned, good luck to the middle school girls who are en route to Stanley right now. Their game is starting at 6 p.m. And on Tuesday, the senior girls travel to Southern Victoria in Perth Andover. They take on the senior girls there at 6:30. That is tomorrow. Finally, the senior boys will host Carleton North for the only other home game this week. That is their first playoff game as the top seed. They've earned the right to host throughout the playoffs, so we should get you a couple playoff games streamed. But the first one will be on Thursday against Carleton North. A late start. That game scheduled for 6 p.m. Scheduled or scheduled, depending on who you ask. All right, we've got another full lineup change for you. So the same 6 who took the court in the first set have returned for the third. In the top right of your screens in the server's position is number 7, Connor Little. Number 24, Denver Christie, doing a couple sprints of the court to keep his energy. Number 10, Jake Riley, getting in on that as well, but it is the 3 of them who will make up the back row. Number 32, Logan Donahue, returns to his net front position. Number 16, Michael McKean, will go front and center. And number 15, Caleb McLean, is closest to the official. Here's a look at the CNBA squad. As we mentioned, we have names but no numbers. But on the court are Jackson O'Donnell, Garrett Lovelace, Dallas Lions, Ethan Barrow, Seth Butler, Rylan Robinson, and Owen Porter in some combination, along with, I guess it'll be the one CNBA player taking a breather. Referee Catherine Peasy checking over the numbers. Big thanks to Peasy, all the officials this season. It's been difficult to find officials with the COVID regulations and restricted travel, whatnot. But a lot of students have actually been stepping up, which is great to see. Catherine Peasy, one of our grade 12 graduating students, also a member of that senior girls team that will be traveling to Perth tomorrow. All right, Connor Little scored on his first serve, looking to do the same. Lakers up 1-0. The response from Michael McKean does go out of bounds, and so we're tied up 1-1. Quick pause for some of the defenders to tie their shoes. And here comes the serve. Receive from Little over to Denver Christie. Just out of reach. of Logan Donahue, though. And so CNBA takes a 2-1 lead. That serve lands just inbounds. Defender pulled up, hoping that was going to fall on the other side of the red line. But unfortunately, it did not. Good placement from number 11. He served quite a lot this evening. This time it does fall out of bounds. Defender Jake Riley lets that go, collects the ball, and tosses it over to number 15, Caleb McLean. Here's a serve from McLean. Well, that serve a bit too hard to handle for the back row of CNBA, so McLean manages to tie things up. We're at 3-all in the early going of this third exhibition set. Here comes McLean. Oh, responded directly by Jake Riley, sends it over. Nighthawks have trouble handling that. And so the Lakers regain a 1-point lead. McLean just tying his shoes there, waiting for the ball. There he is, number 15, getting ready for the serve. That's another ace. Great placement from McLean. He's been one of the Lakers' stronger servers this evening. There's another one, nicely done. So the Lakers looking to go on a bit of a run now. Opened up a 2-point lead. Here's McLean. This time there's a bit too much power. Good communication on the CNBA side, allowing that to go out of bounds. Here comes one of the 11s. It's a nice low serve. McLean trying to get a foot in on that. Can't quite slide there in time, and so we're all tied up at 5 here in the early going of this third exhibition set. If you're just joining us, Lakers are trailing here. CNBA took the first set, pretty close affair, back and forth, but with a final score of 25-19. They dominated the second set, though. Final score of 25-8. Bit of a mental misfire there. Michael McKean catching the ball as it came over. Catches a bit of flack from his teammates, but responds nicely, sends that over. Looks like he might atone for things. He does, as McKean's send-over does score. And so now we're all tied up at 6. All right, here's McKean. Big hit. And the score. The response from CNBA is going out of bounds. So Lakers take the 1-point lead again. See if they can expand it. Oh, high serve from McKean. That goes too high, hits the ceiling, and therefore is called out of bounds. So now we're tied up at 7 again. Number 14 for CNBA stepping back to serve. Serve is good response from McLean, sends it directly over. And the Nighthawks have trouble handling that. So Logan Donahue, number 32 for the green and gold, is going to serve. Good direct response from the Nighthawks. Bounce back. But it is CNBA scoring there. Here's number 3 for the Nighthawks. Sidearm serve there. That does go low. And so the Lakers pick up the point. Here's Jake Riley, wearing number 10 for the green and gold. The serve does go out of bounds. Referee Peasy making the call, and Delaney McElwain downstairs checking or keeping track of the scoreboard. Service is low, so it is the Lakers collecting the point. They lead 10-9. Yet another back and forth affair here in the third set. Let's see if the Lakers can come out on top, though. High serve from Christie, but it does go over. There's Caleb McLean. Oh, Michael McKean has trouble sending it over, catches the top of the net, responds with a one-handed slap, but just can't quite clear the top. So we're all tied up again. It's a service from 6. Serve is low. So the Lakers collect the point. We're back around to number 7, Connor Little. Here's the serve. Now we'll see the teams trade illegal serves. So we're all tied up at 11 now. Oh, there's an ace. It's good placement from number 11. Denver Christie scrambling to make it to the empty zone. Can't quite get there in time, though. All right, there's another point from the Nighthawks. 13-11. We've got the dark-haired fellow wearing number 11 on the Nighthawks. They do have 2 students wearing that jersey. He has had quite the run of service this afternoon. All three games, he has gone on a bit of a run. Looks like this is his time tonight. Oh, maybe I jinxed it. That does come short. So the Lakers get the ball back. They only trail by 2. Score is 12-14. Still plenty of volleyball to play here in this third set. Caleb McLean went on a run of his own earlier in this set, looking to replicate that success. All right, it's definitive. I am jinxing it. That serve is short, and CNBA extends their lead to 3. Got 15 serving 12. Nice low underhand serve. Oh, defense a little uncoordinated, not quite on the same page there. And the Nighthawks capitalize. They're up 16-12. Smart play. Heard a few different voices calling out there on the green and gold side. That's what you want to hear. Good communication from the Lakers. See if they can continue this trend. Here's Michael McKean, 13 serving 16. Direct response. Connor Little sends it over. We've got a net touch on the Nighthawks side. That ball did fall just on the Lakers side of the net, but fortunately there was an infraction allowing them to keep the serve and get the point. 14 serving 16 to make that 14 serving 17 as McKean's serve catches the top of the net. Here's number 14 for the Nighthawks. Oh, good response from Little. Caleb McLean with the hit to the back row. Sent directly over. There's Little. And a bit of a miscommunication. Couple of Lakers within grasp, but no one reached out for it. So here comes the serve from 14 again. 18 serving 14. Caleb McLean directly responding. That falls just out of bounds. Number 3 for CNBA. Great eye. Going to play it and pulled up right at the last second, allowing that to fall on the wrong side of the red line. Oh. Denver Christie takes that directly in the chest by the look of it. There's a double touch there. He was not ready for that. CNBA up by a score of 20-14. They're starting to put this thing away. The serve is low, though. So the Lakers get things back. So Logan Donahue steps back to serve. Oh my God. Service falls just low, though. CNBA gets the ball back. 4 points. Within 4 points, rather, of closing this thing out. Here's number 3. Service is low, though. Jake Riley gets the ball. His team trails by 5, 16-21. We need a bit of a run here from the Lakers if they want to get back in this thing. Oh, good serve. Directly responded to. Christie scrambles to keep it in bounds, but is unable to make the play. And so the ball goes back to the Nighthawks within 3. Nighthawks figure out their rotation. It is number 4 who ultimately steps back to serve. Lakers set their defenses. Christie to Caleb McLean setting things up. Little with the third hit can't quite clear the net. Boys were positioned well, but just lost track of the number of hits and didn't quite direct it the way they wanted to. There was some good passing there, though. Time is running short to capitalize, though. 23 serving 16. Right, serve is low. 23 serving 17. Lakers are in more or less must-score territory if they want to keep this thing alive. Here's Denver Christie. Service skips over the top of the net. Gotta love it when those ones fall your way. Defenders usually aren't ready for it, and there was no exception. All right, fielded by the Nighthawks, but it falls a little short. So Denver Christie pulling his team back to within striking distance. Nighthawks field it, but again, a little low, hits the top of the net. So we've got 20 serving 23. We could get competitive here. Fielded by the Nighthawks, sent directly over, but it is Connor Little responding directly. Hit from number 11, Jake Riley, and defenders weren't quite ready for it. So the Nighthawks get the ball back. Pretty much with the Lakers, they're back against the wall, and they are aware. Defenders rallying, trying to make a big last stand here. Let's see if the Nighthawks can finish things off. There's McLean to Donahue. Caleb McLean kicking it over, and that is a legal play. He's going to score. So they do have a chance. I don't think anyone was expecting that, least of all Caleb McLean. But he does score on the third hit. Haven't seen that in a while. We got 21 serving 24. Nice serve from Little. McKean responding directly to the back row. Oh, McKean one-handed sends it over. Lakers keeping it alive. They're starting to gain some energy. Big help from the bench here. All right, here's Little. Service just out of bounds. That's a heartbreaking way to end it. But great finish from the Lakers, giving it everything they've got, hands and feet getting involved. It is CNBA who takes that third set, though, 25-22. So the Lakers have dropped all 3 of the sets this afternoon, but that was the closest and most competitive. Got exciting towards the end there. But for those who are just joining us, they did fall 19-25, 8-25, and now 22-25 to the CNBA Nighthawks coming out of Dopetown. We'll run you through those rosters. We don't have numbers for the Nighthawks players, but we do have names. Jackson O'Donnell, Garrett Lovelace, Dallas Lyons, Ethan Barrow, Seth Butler, Rylan Robinson, and Owen Porter have been wearing the black and gray for the Dopetown squad. They're coached by Grant Ross. And on the Lakers side, we just saw Connor Little wearing number 7, Jake Riley wearing number 10, Caleb McLean in number 15, Michael McKean in number 16, Denver Christie in number 24, and Logan Donahue in number 32 for the green and gold. Lakers have a full bench, so the feeling is they'll send out the second squad now, which would consist of number 4, Ryan McElwain, number 8, Hayden Mason, number 9, Cash Daigle, number 21, Griffin Donahue, number 22, Michael Robichaud, and number 23, Kurt Kameda. Looks like that is what Coach Marcus is going to do. Here we go. The boys take the court. Referee Catherine Peasy makes her way up to the referee stand. Delaney McElwain resetting the scoreboard down below. Big thanks to all the volunteers who make this night possible. Krista Collicott is running the sign-in sheet somewhere. And a big thanks, of course, to the incomparable Mr. Don Fletcher, the athletic director here at Harvey High, who makes everything work behind the scenes. All right, so it will be CNBA starting off the serve in this fourth exhibition set. Here it comes from number 10. Good call from number 4, Ryan McElwain. Hayden Mason tries to send it over. Not quite enough mustard on it, though. So CNBA strikes first in this fourth set. They lead 1-0. Here's number 10, fresh off a breather with the first serve. Smart call from the Lakers bench, though. That goes out of bounds, and we're all tied up at 1. Number 21, Griffin Donahue, stepping back to serve. Oh, scramble from the Nighthawks. They can't quite send it over in 3. Good plays to keep things alive, but unfortunately the third hit did not quite make it over. So Donahue gets another shot at a serve. Nice overhand serve, but a good response from the Nighthawks. Fielded from Harvey, but that hits the top of the net. And so we're all tied up at 2 now. Lakers looking to avoid another slow start. Last time this configuration was out on the court, they did let things get away from them early, but so far it's been a better start. They're up 3-2 here in the early going. Michael Robichaud, wearing number 22, looks to extend that lead. Good serve. We got a scramble from the defense, having to come back up and reach it. And the Nighthawks have trouble fielding, so it is the Lakers scoring, and Robichaud gets the ball back. There it is. This time sent directly over. Ryan McElwain from down low plays it. Fields it again nicely. It is Hayden Mason sending it over with some support from Kurt Cometa. Cometa just directly responding. Scramble from the Nighthawks now. They're getting their feet involved too, but unfortunately can't quite set each other up. So now the Lakers have a 3-point lead. Much better start than last time. This is kind of what they wanted. Here's Michael Robichaud. Nicely placed underhand serve. Just between the rows of the defenders. Last time I was up here, we asked fellow broadcaster Joe Gregory if there was a name for that spot. There doesn't appear to be an official one. I'm calling it the sweet spot. Seems to be right where you want to drop those serves. No response from CNBA. Check that. Is out of bounds. Good call from the Lakers. We're seeing more communication this time around. Might be one of the contributing factors to their 5-point lead. Robichaud with a direct response. Robichaud fielding again. This time it's CNBA with the call of out. They let that fall out of bounds and get the ball back, looking to cut into this 4-point Harvey lead. Got 3 serving 7. Nice low underhand serve. Good response from Donahue. Donahue again to McElwain, sending it directly over. Hayden Mason with a nice pass. McElwain sends it into that sweet spot. Oh, sorry about that. Good rally. We're still alive here. Good dig from the back row of the Nighthawks. Unfortunately for them, that falls out of bounds. So after that extended rally, it is the Lakers getting the point. All we lost was our balance up here. There's Kurt Cometa with the nice serve. right. Sorry about that as we adjust the camera. Thank you for bearing with us. I believe we are at 9-4. We'll try to confirm that at a stoppage in play. Serve from number 14 of the Nighthawks. Oh, Griffin Donahue fields that. Michael Robichaud and Hayden Mason send it over. Good response from a strong serve. Cash Daigle getting low, but can't quite get under that. So it's 9-5 now as number 14 makes another serve. Strong overhand serve. Out of reach of Donahue, sprinting to try to get that. CNBA cutting into the lead. Lakers up by 3 here in the early going of this fourth exhibition set. Oh, switching up the service. He still found that sweet spot, though. Good misdirection coming from the CNBA side. Let's see where he goes with his serve this time. There's another overhand. Donahue does field it. Good pass from McElwain, and Hayden Mason sends it over. So a nice 3-touch play from the Lakers. That pays off as the Nighthawks are unable to field that hit, and they get the serve back. Here's Ryan McElwain wearing number 4 for the green and gold. Nice overhand serve to the back row, but it is fielded. Some big hits from the Nighthawks, and just can't get that sent where they want to. So Harvey up by 4 now. We've got 11 serving 7. Ryan McElwain looks to extend the lead. That serve was low, strong, fast, but also out of bounds. So the point will go to CNBA. You don't get points for style in this game. Got a bit of a personnel change. Number 6 for the Nighthawks is coming in for number 14. It is number 3 stepping back to serve. 8 serving 11. And now it will be 9 serving 11. Ryan McElwain getting low in the back row to try to respond, but just falls short of the net. Hayden Mason with a big response. That goes high and over. Michael Robichaud in the back row now. Donahue with a one-handed tip over. Donahue again. Cash Daigle in the middle with a big high play. And the boys trying to track it coming down. Can't quite line up the hit. So it is CNBA scoring. They pulled to within 1 now. Oh, big response from McElwain into the center of the back row. Lakers let that go out of bounds. Smart play as they collect the point there. So they're up by 2. A much closer second set already. You'll love to see it. Or fourth set, rather. Second set for this group. Hayden Mason will collect a point there. Another serve from Mason. Direct response. There's McElwain to Donahue. Michael Robichaud with the cross-court hit. Nicely done. Response from the Nighthawks goes out of bounds. Good team play from the Lakers. They've been much better on defense this set. Donahue sends it over, but that's met directly at the front. Big running play from number 4, Ryan McElwain, keeping things alive from the back row. Donahue sends it directly over. Big hit from number 10 in the black and gray, but that goes out of bounds. Nice extended rally there to put the Lakers up by 5. So just when things were looking close, Hayden Mason and the rest of the squad have bought themselves some breathing room. That service out of bounds, though. So we've got 11 serving 15 here around the midway point of this fourth exhibition set. Lakers have had some good close ones. They've been in 3 out of 4 of these sets, but just haven't been able to seal the deal. Looking to bring one of these home. 12 serving 15. Service is low. We got 12 serving 16. Number 9, Cash Daigle, stepping back to serve. Response from the Nighthawks is out of bounds. So Daigle gets himself a 5-point, well, gets his team a 5-point lead and gets another crack at a serve. Overhand attempts, that's nicely done. Nighthawks scrambling to send it over. Can't make it to the front of the net in time. We got 18 serving 12. Another overhand attempt from Cash Daigle. Griffin Donahue at the front of the net tries to send it over. It catches the top, though. And so the Lakers still up by 5, but they do surrender the serve. Bit of a misfire there. So Lakers get it back. They're up 19-13. Breathing a bit easier, I would imagine, but still by no means finish this off. Still anyone's game. Oh, there's a big high toss, but that is an illegal serve. I haven't seen that call yet, but I'm pretty sure I can guess. You've got to serve from behind the red line, and with that big old toss and a run-up, Logan Donahue did cross the line when serving. All right, the teams do trade illegal serves, though. So we got 20 serving 14. Michael Robichaud stepping back to serve, keeping track of his feet. Oh, good scrambling play from the Nighthawks, trying to keep it alive. There was number 4 sprinting out of bounds, but unfortunately, no one from his team was able to get there in time. So Michael Robichaud will get another serve. Here it comes. Right in the sweet spot. Defender comes up to meet it. McElwain and Mason at the front of the net, sending it over. Mason again setting up McElwain. McElwain to Mason. And we do have a net touch at the front. Good net front play from the boys, but unfortunately unable to make it count. So we got 15 serving 21 to serve. Good response from Daigle, but that slides under the net. So it is CNBA's point. They've cut the lead to 5. Daigle again to Hayden Mason, and no one can get there quite in time. That is tipped out of bounds by the defense, and CNBA will get the ball back. They trail by 4. Oh, tough call from the Lakers. Looked like it was going out, but it did fall inside those red lines. So CNBA trailing 18-21. They've cut into this lead. Neither team can really say they're safe. All right, number 11, the blonde-haired number 11, not to be confused with the dark-haired number 11, going on his run now. Got to watch out when a number 11 is behind the red line serving for these Nighthawks. Response from Donahue goes way back and out of bounds. So CNBA, trailing by 7 at one point, have come back all the way to almost tie this up, trailing by 1. And with that ace, they have tied things up. Lakers giving up a ton of momentum here. Reminder to the Lakers to roll it under. Had a bit of a misfire there, some friendly fire from the back row. Boys looking to settle down their energy and close this out. Here comes the serve. Donahue to Robichaud. And the back row can't quite send it over. So CNBA takes the lead now, 22-21 here in the late going. They'll look to complete the comeback now. Service from number 11. Donahue, just out of reach of Michael Robichaud. And with that, Coach Marcus is going to call a timeout. He's going to bring his boys in and try to settle things down after giving up what has been at least 8 points unanswered. So he'll talk to his boys down at the bench. Get a look at him there. talking to his boys about their coverage, as Grant Ross does the same with his Nighthawks. Catherine Peasy grabbing a breather at the scorer's table. I'm just going to adjust the desks here so we don't lose the camera like we did last time. All right, we had a bit of a gap between the tripod and the shelf. Hopefully that will not happen again. Thank you very much for your understanding. Score right now is 23-21 in favor of the Nighthawks. 24-21. So the Nighthawks are on the verge here. Number 11 looking to make it 10 unanswered. All right, smart call. That falls just at the right time for the Lakers to break up this momentum. They're trailing 22-24. They can try to push this thing into extra points. Coming off the hand of Kurt Kometa. All right, response out of bounds from the Nighthawks. So the Lakers are still in it. We've got 23 serving 24. Kurt Kometa looking to tie this up and put things into extra points. Big play. Oh, scrambling from the Nighthawks now. They can't get it in time. That goes out of bounds, so we're all tied up at 24 apiece. We're going into extra points now. Big energy from both the court and the sidelines. Here's Kurt Kometa. We're all tied up at 24. Team has to win by 2. So we're looking for a team to score 2 consecutive points. All right. That goes the Nighthawks' way. There is some confusion, though, at 25. They can't leave yet. They do have to win by 2. So this is a must-score point for the Lakers if they want to stay alive. CNBA looking to close things out. Here's number 6 for the Nighthawks. Sidearm serve. And that's an ace. So even after that comeback, the Lakers do fall short. But that was a much closer set than the last time that configuration for the green and gold took the court. After dropping the second set 25-8, they go all the way to extra time here and drop this by a score of 26-24. So the Nighthawks have taken all 4 of the sets this evening. For those of you who are just joining us, Nighthawks took the first by a score of 25-19, the second by a score of 25-8, the third by a score of 25-22, and that last one in extra points, a score of 26-24. Teams do have the court until 6 p.m. Looks like they might try to fit in a quick 15-point set to close things out. Lakers have done well in some of these rallies. They've gotten on a roll with some of their services, but the defense responding to serves have been tough. And they've given up some extended runs to let the Nighthawks kind of claw back into the games. So hopefully they're able to minimize that in this final set. Big thanks again to Coach Marcus on the Lakers side and Coach Grant Ross of the CNBA Nighthawks, making the drive down from Doketown to bring the boys to compete. Catherine Peasy is our official, and Delaney McElwain is running the scoreboard. Big thanks to both of those Harvey High students as well for giving up their time, allowing the boys to get some court time here. All right, so we got a bit of a mix now of the first and second lines for the Lakers. This is nice to see. In the back row, we've got Denver Christie, Hayden Mason, and Ryan McElwain. Up front is Connor Little, Michael McKean, and Griffin Donahue. So we'll see how these kind of rearranged lineups can do. Lakers looking to end on a high note, take the last short set. Denver Christie starting off the service. Response from CNBA falls short at the net. So the Lakers will strike first. They lead 1-0 in this 5th and final exhibition set. Oh, response from CNBA goes well out of bounds now. Lakers score again. They're up 2-0. Denver Christie wearing number 24 for the green and gold. Big jump serve. Oh, nice setup. 3 touches from the Nighthawks. There's McElwain responding directly. Scramble from the Nighthawks. They can't quite get that over. So Christie will get his 4th serve. Strong start for the Lakers, 3-0. There's Christie. Number 14 responds directly. Big hit from Michael McKean. He picks the back corner and puts his team up by 4 now. All right, here's Christie. Sends that to the back row. That's mishandled by the CNBA defender. Has a tough time corralling that. So Lakers off to a great start, especially in this shortened set. Here's Christie again. That falls untouched. There's an ace. Christie on a roll. He wouldn't mind if he serves 15 in a row, I don't think. But it's 7 in a row now. They lead 6-0. Oh, response from the back row, trying to make it over, but unfortunately slides just under the net. There's a serve from Christie. Oh, direct response, but McElwain sliding. Falls just a little short, though. And so the streak is broken. But that puts the Lakers in a great spot here in this shortened set. They lead by a score of 7-1. Sidearm serve. And that's nicely done. Picked a space behind the defenders. I think some of the Lakers thought that was going out of bounds, but they were mistaken. Number 3 for CNBA looked confident all the way. Hayden Mason takes that right in the middle of his chest. Can't quite direct it where he needs to. All right, the sidearm serve is low. So the Lakers get the point and make a rotation. Here's Griffin Donahue wearing number 21. Stepping back for the serve. That response goes out of bounds. So Lakers collect another point. They're up 9-3. So they're well past the halfway point. We got a change in personnel on the CNBA side. Boys just kind of learning all the ins and outs of how those personnel changes work. We've got number 11 coming off and number 11 replacing him going on. Here's the second serve from Donahue. That serve goes out of bounds. Nice form, but as we've said, you don't get points for style. If it's outside the red lines, you're not getting the point. So here is the fresh number 11 right off the bench. His serve is low, though. So the Lakers get the ball back. They lead 10-4, and this should be a shortened 15-point set. So here's Michael McKean looking to accelerate the end of this final set and end things on a high note from the Lakers, who have dropped the first 4. That's a nice way to start. That's a good ace. Lakers up 11-4. Here's McKean. Good overhand serve. Oh, scrambling to respond, Nighthawks. That goes out of bounds. So Lakers 3 points away from their first victory of the night. Here's McKean. They lead 12-3. Check that, 12-4. Oh, good response. Denver Christie kept it alive. Hayden Mason's response goes just a little out of bounds, though, out of his reach. Good recovery from Christie, trying to keep that in play, but just can't make it. All right, here's number 14. He's got a dangerous serve. Christie responds, but that's going to be a double hit. Just can't get the angle he needs to. It's really hard on those serves coming directly at you. Here's 14 again. A low screamer. We heard that. believe we're at 7 serving 12 now. Christie again. He's feeling these. Having a hard time corralling them. All right, so the Lakers, who were looking at comfortably ahead, but this could be dangerous. All right, that serve is out of bounds, though. And so now the Lakers are in a better spot. 13 serving 8. So with 2 strong serves here, Connor Little can secure the victory for the green and gold. That response out of bounds. So there's one. We've got set point on the hands of Connor Little. We'll see if he can secure the first Lakers victory tonight. There goes the serve. Good response from number 10 on the gray and black. Denver Christie sends it over. Mishandled from the Nighthawks. And there we go. That's 15 points. So the Lakers do end on a high note there. Was looking a little iffy with that service run, but they do manage to stop the bleeding. And so the Lakers take the 5th and final set by a score of 15-8. Great play from both teams. We'll run you through the rosters one more time as the 2 teams take the line. Big thanks again from the CNBA team for making the drive down. Lakers on the line, CNBA on the back line. Applause all around. Catherine Peasy, the official down there. Mr. Don Fletcher making things work on the behind the scenes. So thanks yet again to Jackson O'Donnell, Garrett Lovelace, Dallas Lyons, Ethan Barrow, Seth Butler, Rylan Robinson, and Owen Porter for making the drive out from Doketown, led, of course, by their coach, Mr. Grant Ross. Taking the court this afternoon for your Lakers were number 4, Ryan McElwain, number 7, Connor Little, number 8, Hayden Mason, number 9, Cash Daigle, number 10, Jake Riley, number 15, Caleb McLean, number 16, Michael McKean, number 21, Griffin Donahue, number 22, Michael Robichaud, number 23, Kurt Cometa, number 24, Denver Christie, and number 32, Logan Donahue. Big thanks again to Coach Marcus on the Lakers side. And, of course, to our student volunteers and officials, Catherine Peasy running the official stool, and Delaney McElwain, check that, Delaney McElwain, who was running the scoreboard. Thanks as well to Krista Kollikott for running the sign-in table, and the irrepressible Mr. Don Fletcher, athletic director, arranging all the cleanup now. Thanks for tuning in. Again, good luck to the middle school girls who are just about to take the court against Stanley, that game in Stanley. Tomorrow, the senior girls travel to Perth Andover to take on Southern Victoria. So good luck to them, that game starting at 6:30. And don't forget to tune in on Thursday. Here in the David McMullen Gymnasium, the senior boys start their playoff journey by hosting Carleton North at 6 p.m. So that game, yet again, Thursday of this week at 6 p.m. here in the David McMullen Gymnasium. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you on Thursday.